Hey there, welcome back to the studio. I hope you had a great holiday season. For our first project of the new year, we're gonna paint Tabletop World's town square tiles. There were 15 tiles included in the Kickstarter. It was also available in STL file for 3D printing. This town square system allows the building of a market of any size and shape. The tiles can also be used to create any kind of paving. Alright, I've already cleaned and primed the tiles with black primer. I've also applied a grey primer at an angle with a spray can to bring out most of the details. Sand can be glued between or on the stone slabs before priming everything. I'll be using the same approach I took to paint the foam board I made last September. After, I'll be able to compare them and give you my opinion on each of the boards. Have you already painted your Flagstone tiles? If so, let me know what project you use them on. The first thing I do is dilute different colors to glaze the stones randomly. I'll use Vallejo flat brown, pale brown, cork brown, orange brown, sand brown, as well as gray green, neutral green, and dark sea green. Each medieval town needs a main square for people to gather and trade their goods. Flagstones are just as useful, build roads, and allow townsfolk to walk on a mud-free ground. Tabletop World tiles are 2.5 square inches, that's 6.5 square centimeters. They have edges that fits perfectly with each other. This allows us to place them one against the other without having a gap between each of them. For best result, it's recommended to fill the gaps between the tiles with sand or putty before painting. Also be careful, the tiles are very thin and quite fragile. Avoid bending them, otherwise they will definitely break. If you're using them on a diorama, it would be better to glue them on a flat surface. Next, I'll glaze very few of the stones with olive grey, English uniform, US dark green, and transparent red. If you wish to build a bigger town square or additional roads, remember you can always buy more tiles from Tabletop World website. I'll leave a link to their online store in the video description. You can also purchase the STL file if you wish to print them yourself. When the paint is dry, I I do a light Vallejo pale brown dry brushing all over the stones. After, different colors of paint and shades can be used to stain the stones. I'm using Citadel Atonian Camo shade and a Grax Earth shade. Then I apply a very light dry brushing in Vallejo Dark Sea Grey. After, I highlight the edges of the stones with Vallejo Pale Grey Blue. I use a smaller brush and do my best to touch the edges of the stone and the sand only. I'll now dilute English uniform with water to stain some areas. Finally, we can use a very pale color, like Vallejo Off-White, to simulate chipped stones. In the next step, we'll glue synthetic grass here and there to make the whole thing look more realistic. For all your hobby needs, visit Fenris Workshop. I'll add a link to their website and more details in the video description. Now let's compare the two town squares. It was enjoyable crafting the foam board, but when I compare the hours I spent against the result, I find opting for Tabletop World style a more efficient choice. It was much easier to prime and apply the base coat on Tabletop World style, mainly because the foam needs to be covered with mud podge to protect it before using spray cans, but also because it was much harder to get the paint between each stone. Time is precious, so in my opinion, investing in Tabletop World styles pays off. Let me know in the comments, which board do you prefer? The one I made with foam, or the one made up of Tabletop World style? I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you found the information helpful, or have any thoughts or questions, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Also like and share this video with others who might find it useful. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel for more painting tutorial featuring the Altburg market, and see all the other projects I intend to work on this year. In the next Altburg Market painting session, I'll be painting the meat and dairy stall. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep on painting and take care.